Today we will learn chapter 2 polynomials. Polynomials we learned in class 9. Name of the second chapter in class 9 is polynomial. And in lower class 6 onwards, class 6, 7, 8, we studied about algebraic expressions. So now we can begin the class with the algebraic expressions. I will give some examples of algebraic expression. X square plus 3x plus 5 is an algebraic expression. Root x plus 7x plus 9, x cube plus y square, root 2 x square plus x cube, x raised to 3 by 2 plus x square, root x, 1 upon x plus x square. So these are examples for algebraic expressions. And we know what is algebraic expression. An expression which contains variables, constants, or variables and constants. They are called algebraic expressions. So here the variables are x and y. X and y are the variables. Its values varying. In lower class we studied. And the constants, root 2 is a constant, 1 is a constant, 9, 5, 3, 7 are the constants. Their values fixed. And variables means their values varying. So these all are examples for algebraic expressions. They are the expression which contains variables and constants, etc. And out of these algebraic expressions, some of them are polynomials. So here, first one is a polynomial. Second one is not a polynomial. This is a polynomial. This is a polynomial. It's not a polynomial. This is not a polynomial. So here, these all expressions are algebraic expressions. But first one is a polynomial. Second one is not a polynomial. Third one is a polynomial. Fourth one is not a polynomial. This one is not a polynomial. And here also not polynomial. So the polynomial is an algebraic expression in which the power of the variables are whole numbers. Whole numbers means 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Power of the variables. So here the variable is x. Power of the variable here 2, whole number. Here 1, that is whole number. And here root x, when we write in exponential form, x raised to 1 by 2 plus 7x plus 9. So the power of the variable is not a whole number, that is a fraction. And here power of the variable is a polynomial, a whole number. So this is a polynomial in two variables. And here this is also a polynomial. Root 2 is a constant, but the power of the variable here 2, a whole number, and here 3, that is whole number. This is not a polynomial. A reason 3 by 2 is not a whole number. This is not a polynomial. When we write in exponential form, it is x raised to minus 1 plus x square. So here the power of the variable minus 1 is not a whole number. So the polynomial is an algebraic expression. One condition, the power of the variables should be whole numbers. And polynomials can be in one variable or more than one variable. So this is an example for polynomial in two variables. And this is an example for polynomial in one variable. So here we have two variables. Now we need to learn degree of the polynomial. Degree of the polynomial. We learned in lower class degree of the polynomial. So if we want to find a degree of a polynomial, we will find the degree of the terms. Here we have two terms. Degree of the term, that is power of the variable. So here degree 3 and degree 2. So degree of this term is 3 and degree of this term is 2. Then highest degree 3 and 2, highest degree 3. Therefore the degree of this polynomial is 3. And similarly, this is a polynomial. Here power of the variable 2, power of the variable 3, So the highest degree 3. So degree of this polynomial is 3. This is not a polynomial. It's not a polynomial. And here not a polynomial. Here degree. Here 2. Here 1. So degree of this polynomial is 2. So degree means the highest degree of the terms or highest power of the variables. That is degree of the polynomial. Now we are going to learn different types of polynomials. In class 10, we learned polynomials in one variable. We have polynomials in one variable or more than one variables, but here we learn the polynomials in one variable. So we have three types of polynomials here in 10th standard. Linear polynomial. First one is linear polynomial. Second one is quadratic polynomial, and the third one is cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial. Linear polynomial. Linear polynomial is a polynomial of degree 1. First degree polynomials. Example for linear polynomial, 2x plus 3 is a linear polynomial. Degree of the variable, degree of this polynomial is 1. X plus 9 is a linear polynomial. 5x is a linear polynomial. So degree of the polynomial is 1. So first degree polynomial in one variable. So that is linear polynomial. So the standard form of the linear polynomial is ax plus b, where a and b are real numbers and a not equal to 0. A and b are real numbers and a not equal to 0. So this is the standard form of a linear polynomial. When we draw the graph of the linear polynomial, we get a straight line. That's why it is called linear polynomial, L-I-N-E, line. So that is linear polynomial. Second one is quadratic polynomial. Second degree polynomials in one variable is called a quadratic polynomial. Second degree polynomial in one variable. Example, 2x square plus 3x plus 5. Second degree polynomial and only one variable. This is example for quadratic polynomial. 7x square is a quadratic polynomial. 5x square plus 9 is a quadratic polynomial. And here the standard form of the quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c, where a, b, c are real numbers and a not equal to 0. If a equal to 0, then it will be a first degree polynomial, linear polynomial. So a not equal to 0. So this is an example for quadratic polynomial, ax square plus bx plus c, where a not equal to 0. This is the standard form of a quadratic polynomial. These are the examples. And here the graph of the linear polynomial is always a straight line. But when we draw the graph of a quadratic polynomial, we may get a parabola shape. This shape or this one. So here in some quadratic polynomial, the parabola is opening upward, and here in some cases it is downwards, opening downward. So that depends on the coefficient of x square. If the coefficient of x square, that is a, if the coefficient of x square is positive, then it opens upward, and if it is negative, it opens downward. Example here, coefficient of x square 2. So when we draw the graph, it opens upward because it is positive. And here coefficient of x square 7, that is positive, opening upward. Coefficient of x square minus 5, it is negative, so that graph will be opening downward. So that is quadratic polynomial, and this is the standard form of the quadratic polynomial, a not equal to 0. Then next one is cubic polynomial, a polynomial of degree 3. Polynomial in one variable and degree 3. Example, x cube plus 9 is cubic polynomial. 3x cube plus 7x square plus 6x plus 5, cubic polynomial. 7x cube 7x cube is another example for cubic polynomial. So the standard form of the cubic polynomial is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a, b, c, d are real numbers and a not equal to 0. A not equal to 0. If a equal to 0, then it will be a quadratic polynomial. But b, c and d can be zeros. Here b, c and d are zeros, but a cannot be 0. So this is the standard form of cubic polynomial, and when we draw the graph of the cubic polynomial, we may get a different type of curve we will get. So that type curves we will get. So these are the three types of polynomials we are studying in 10th standard. First one is linear polynomial, standard form ax plus b, where a and b are real numbers, a not equal to 0. Linear polynomial is a polynomial of degree 1. Then when we draw the graph of the linear polynomial, we get a straight line. Then quadratic polynomial, second degree polynomial in one variable, standard form ax square plus bx plus c, where a not equal to 0, a, b, c are real numbers. And when we draw the graph, we get parabola. This shape is called parabola, and it opens upward or downward. That depends on the sign of a. Depends on the sign of the coefficient of x square. If it is positive, it opens upward, and if it is negative, it opens downward. Then third one is cubic polynomial, third degree polynomial in one variable, that is cubic polynomial, the standard form ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a, b, c, d are real numbers and a not equal to 0, and here also we get a curve. So that is cubic polynomial. Now we can take one example of linear polynomial. Linear polynomial, y equal to x plus 2, or f of x is equal to x plus 2, same only. Y is equal to x plus 2 or f of x is equal to x plus 2. And here we can find the 0 of the polynomial. So if we want to find a 0 of the polynomial, in 9th standard you learned how to find the 0 of the polynomial. So when we replace x by a particular number, the value of the polynomial becomes 0. So that number is called 0 of the polynomial. So when we replace x by a particular number, the value of the polynomial becomes 0. So here when we replace x by minus 2, the polynomial becomes 0. So x is equal to minus 2 is the 0 of polynomial f of x. X is equal to minus 2. So when we replace x by minus 2 plus 2, 0. And when we draw the graph of this polynomial, y is equal to x plus 2, we can make the table x, y. When x is equal to 0, y is equal to 2. And when y is equal to 0, x is equal to minus 2. So when we draw the graph, passing through 0 to passing through 0 to x coordinate is 0 and y coordinate 2, 0 2 and minus 2 0, minus 2 comma 0. So this is the graph of that polynomial. Y is equal to x plus 2. Y is equal to x plus 2 or f of x is equal to x plus 2. So this is the graph of this polynomial. And here the 0 of the polynomial is minus 2. Minus 2 is 0 of the polynomial. Y is equal to x plus 2 is the polynomial and minus 2 is the 0 of this polynomial. And that minus 2 is actually the x coordinate of the point of intersection of that line with the x axis. So minus 2 is 0 of the polynomial, and that minus 2 is the x coordinate of the point of intersection of the graph of that polynomial on x-axis. Point of intersection of that line and x-axis, that is minus 2 comma 0. Its x coordinate is 0 of the polynomial. And here y is equal to x plus 2, and that y is equal to x plus 2. Y is equal to x plus 2 is the polynomial. We can write that polynomial in another way. Y is equal to x plus 2, or f of x is equal to x plus 2. So, or we can write x is equal to y minus 2. When we take that 2 from right to left, then we will get y minus 2 is equal to x, or x is equal to y minus 2. And here we will write f of y equal to y minus 2. So here the variable of this polynomial is x. That's why we are writing f of x equal to x plus 2, or y equal to f of x. And here the variable of the polynomial is y. F of y equal to y minus 2, or we can write x is equal to f of y. Here y equal to f of x. Here x is equal to f of y. So here, if the variable is y, then the 0 of the polynomial. Suppose the polynomial is x is equal to y minus 2. Then if you want to find the 0 of the polynomial, the 0 of the polynomial is y is equal to 2. So when we replace y by 2, 2 minus 2 will be 0. So y is equal to 2 will be the 0 of the polynomial. So if the variable is y, then the 0 of the polynomial is 2 here. So that is the y coordinate of the point of intersection of the graph and y axis. So once again, if the variable of the polynomial is x, or if the polynomial is in the form of y is equal to fx, if the polynomial is in the form of y is equal to fx, or the variable of the polynomial is x, then the 0 of the polynomial is x coordinate of the point of intersection of the graph and x-axis. So 0 we can find from x-axis, and here we have only one 0. This is a linear polynomial. Number of zeros is equal to 1, and that 0 is x is equal to minus 2, and that 0 is the x coordinate of the point of intersection of the graph or given line and x-axis. And if the variable is y, or if the polynomial is x is equal to f of y, if the polynomial is x is equal to f of y, then the 0 of the polynomial is y coordinate of the point of intersection of that line and y axis. So that is 2. Y coordinate of the point of intersection of that line and y axis if the form of the if the polynomial is in x is equal to f of y. If the polynomial is y is equal to f of x, point of intersection of line and x axis. If the polynomial is x is equal to f of y, then point of intersection of line and y axis. And this is linear polynomial. Linear polynomial has only one 0. And if you want to find the zeros, if you want to count the zeros in linear polynomial, you just find in how many places it intersects x-axis. So here it intersects x-axis at one point. So a number of zeros will be 1. And similarly, when we draw the graph of a quadratic polynomial, when we draw the graph of a quadratic polynomial, f of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a not equal to 0. This is the standard form of a quadratic polynomial. And when we draw the graph of the quadratic polynomial, you may get a graph like this, opening upward or downward. And sometimes here it is not intersecting x-axis at any point, and here it is intersecting x-axis at exactly one point, and here sometimes it intersects x-axis at two different points. So here if it is not, if f of x is equal to or y is equal to f of x, if y is equal to f of x is the if the polynomial is in this form, y is equal to f of x, or the variable is x, then if you want to find the number of zeros of the polynomial, we need to find how many times or at how many points the graph of the polynomial intersect x-axis. So here it is not intersecting, here exactly at one point, here 2 points. That means that the number of zeros of a quadratic polynomial is at most 2. Number of zeros of the quadratic polynomial is at most 2, and here 0 of a quadratic polynomial is x coordinate. So here 0 of the quadratic polynomial is x coordinate of the point of intersection of the graph and the x-axis. So that is 0 of the polynomial. X coordinates of the point of intersection of the graph and the x-axis, that is the 0 of the polynomial y is equal to f of x. And similarly here, the 0 of the polynomial x is equal to f of y. If we want to find the number of zeros of the polynomial x is equal to f of y, then we need to find how many times it intersects y-axis. How many times it intersects y-axis, and a number of, and the 0 of the polynomial will be y-coordinate. Y-coordinate of the point of intersection of the graph and y-axis. And similarly in cubic polynomial, same way we can find the cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial, sometimes it may be like this, not intersecting. Sometimes it is intersecting at 2 points. Sometimes intersecting at 1 point. Sometimes it is intersecting at 3 points. No, not intersecting x-axis at any point. Intersecting at 2 points. Intersecting at 1 point. Intersecting at 3 points. So the degree of the cubic polynomial, the number of zeros of the cubic polynomial, f of x is equal to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. This is the standard form of a cubic polynomial. Then the number of zeros of the cubic polynomial is at most 3. So that depends on the degree of the polynomial. Number of zeros of a cubic polynomial is at most 3. Number of zeros of a quadratic polynomial is at most 2 zeros. That means no 0 or 1 0 or 2 zeros. And here no 0 or 1 0 or 2 zeros or 3 zeros. And the number of zeros of the linear polynomial is exactly 1. So once again, number of zeros of the linear polynomial is exactly 1. Number of zeros of the quadratic polynomial is maximum 2. Number of zeros of the cubic polynomial is maximum 3. And the number of zeros we can easily find if the polynomial is in the form of y is equal to f of x. Then if you want to find the number of zeros, we will, if it is in y is equal to f of x form, then we will find how many times the graph intersect x-axis, because the variable is x. So here it is not intersecting x-axis, number of zeros 0. Here it is intersecting x-axis at 2 points, so the number of zeros will be 2 here, and here number of zeros will be 1, and here number of zeros will be 3 here. So how many times it intersecting x-axis? And suppose the polynomial is x is equal to f of y form. So the variable is y. So here if you want to find a number of zeros, then we need to find how many times it intersects y-axis. So if the polynomial is x is equal to f of y, in this figure it intersects y-axis at 1 point, so the number of zeros will be 1. But for this polynomial, number of zeros, no, it is not intersecting x-axis, so number of zeros 0 for this polynomial. But for this polynomial, variable is y, so how many times it intersects y-axis? 1 time. And here for this polynomial, how many times it intersecting y-axis? Exactly 1 time. Number of zeros of this polynomial will be 1. And here also number of zeros of that polynomial will be 1. And here also exactly 1 time. So the number of zeros of the polynomial depends on how many times it touches or how many times it intersects x-axis or y-axis depends on the variable. If the variable is x, then how many times it intersects x-axis. If the variable is y, then number of zeros depends on how many times the graph intersects y-axis. So we can easily find the number of zeros of the polynomial. Now we are going to do one exercise. First exercise, polynomials. Exercise 2.1. We have some figures here. So here our question is the graph y is equal to px. Y is equal to px. The graph y is equal to px are given below. For some polynomials px, find the number of zeros of px in each case. So we need to find the number of zeros in each case. Y is equal to px. So here the variable is x, variable x, and we need to find a number of zeros. So when we find a number of zeros, if the variable is x, then we need to find how many times the graph intersect x-axis. How many times the graph intersect x-axis. So here the graph is not intersecting x-axis. So the number of zeros here 0. Number of zeros will be 0. That means no zeros. No zeros. And here how many times it intersect x-axis? 1 0. Only one time, so 1 0. And here how many times it intersect x-axis? 1 2 3. 3 zeros. And here how many times it intersect x-axis? 1 2. 2 zeros. And here how many times it intersect x-axis? 1 2 3 4. So 4 zeros. And here 1 2 3. 3 zeros. So if the polynomial is y is equal to px, that means the variable of the polynomial is x. If the variable is x, then how many times it intersects x-axis? So here it is not intersecting x-axis. So number of zeros 0, so no zeros. And here it intersects x-axis at 1.10. It intersects x-axis at 3 points, 3 zeros. The graph intersects x-axis at 2 points, 2 zeros. The graph intersects x-axis at 1, 2, 3, 4 points, 4 zeros. Here 1, 2, 3. It is not a crossing here. 1 here just touched here. 1, 2, 3, 3 zeros. And suppose our question is x is equal to py, variable y. If the variable is y, then how many times it crosses y-axis or how many times it intersects y-axis? That will be the number of zeros. If the variable is y. If the variable is y, here it intersects y-axis at 1 point. So answer will be 1 0. Number of zeros will be 1. And here it intersects y-axis at 1 point. So number of zeros will be 1 if the variable is y or the polynomial in x is equal to py form. And here also intersect y-axis at 1 point. Answer will be 1 0 for second polynomial. And here when we extend this one, it will intersect. So answer will be 1. And here answer will be 1 because it is intersecting y-axis at 1 point. And here also answer will be 1 because it is intersecting y-axis at 1 point. That depends on the variable of the polynomial. So if the variable is x, then how many times it intersects x-axis? If the variable is y, then how many times it intersects y-axis? Okay.